I've been pooping a lot lately.
Yeah?
And Dracofunk hasn't called me about everyone.
You were too busy pooping.
Fair enough. I probably was.
What the hell, man? Get off the toilet once in a while so we can plan something.
Let's do it.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, and I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stood at the doorway and you. I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk.
Hey, Internet! Highway 47 here with you again, and we are still in the middle of coronavirus hell. Actually, we may be on the waning end of it, at least. There are lots of people who think we should be. We are reopening the country because we're bored, but there are other things to do when we're bored, and one of them is to watch Godzilla, and it's a 4-drink minimum tonight. I am Shaggy B. With me is Dracofunk.
Hey.
And with us is the expert, the man with the plan, and the canal. It's
I am Vomit, and so can you.
That's right, and we will if we have anything to say about it. And tonight we are watching Mothra versus Godzilla, and/or Godzilla versus Mothra, and/or the other name that I already forgot.
Mothra versus Godzilla.
Mothra versus Godzilla.
Mothra versus
My
Godzilla.
copy says Godzilla versus Mothra. It's originally was released as Godzilla versus the Thing. And you'll have to note that because the dub makes references to the Thing.
The Thing, occasionally known as Mothra.
So this happens after Mothra. So, like, they're going to call it the Thing, even though, like, they were just attacked by Mothra.
Yeah, well, I mean, that it may or may not have happened. Continuity is shaky. And
what I assume really happened is that the movie Mothra was not as big of a hit as the movie Godzilla. And so they made this movie to capitalize on the Godzilla thing, to try to reintroduce Mothra, and they didn't bother worrying about the, continuity.
I think it's closer to somebody was like, well, we already have this script. Why don't we slide Godzilla into here? And then someone else later was like, we already made that movie, though. And then the executive just didn't care.
Well, that's right up our alley, so this should be fun. And Dracofunk and/or Vomit, what else can you tell us about this movie?
Hey, it originally aired in 1964, September 17th, 1964, in the USA, that is. I have no idea when it aired in Japan. Probably a year earlier or something. Or at least earlier that year. I don't know. It has an IMDb rating of 6.5.
Hey.
Which,
so we're talking next gen season 1 level quality.
Which I don't remember how that compares, but I could look it up real fast. Like Mothra was 6.6, so this is slightly not as good.
But let's give it the benefit of the doubt, I'm trying this new thing where I don't acknowledge that everything has gone to shit and there's no hope left in the universe, and that I try to see the positive side of things, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe this isn't like any noticeably worse than Mothra.
Rodan got a 6.3.
There we go. See, we're on the up and up.
I do know that I've actually seen this movie.
I think I have.
I think I watched it with you.
I'll probably. That would lend credence to my theory. Yeah.
You guys did not watch it with me.
This would have been about 5-6 years before we met you.
Yeah, I was thinking that would have been quite a long time ago.
I believe I watched this on the Sci-Fi Channel, back when they actually showed sci-fi stuff. Do they still have the Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah, it's called Sci-Fi.
Yeah, this is before they had to change the name.
And also, it's like pawn shop stars and American road pickers and like that now instead of like science fiction. Because that's what all cable TV is, I think. I don't really know. I haven't had cable TV in my house since 2007. I don't know.
I think I had it until like September, and then.
Well, I may have basic cable now, but I just bought a TV this week, and it's in the same room as the only place where I could plug it into the wall to check, and I still haven't bothered because that's how little I care about it. But anyway, back to Godzilla.
The Japanese release was April 29th, 1964. Same year.
Same year.
Which is
But earlier in the year, just like I said.
So they knew they were onto something, I guess.
Matsura.
Matsura.
Yeah.
Omojumi knew what in KU.
Close enough.
I don't know.
I request a cover of the Mothra song on one of the flutes that you're working on building when you get it done.
We'll see. I need to analyze that song and see if that's possible.
Probably not, now that I think about it, because it's like half steps and then a fifth.
I did figure out on one of my flutes that I can almost play a like the one I have that's already made is in D, mostly.
Yeah.
I can almost play an entire chromatic scale, except for some reason I cannot really get an E.
Oh, my flute knowledge is both lacking and out of date. Well, out of date, but it's been a long time since I needed to care.
Yeah, we're getting way off topic.
We are. So this is 4-drink minimum, and
as such, I will be right back.
As such, we will make an edit here, and then we'll talk about what we're drinking. Adding filler that we need to cut out. Hey. Copyrighted music will do.
I hope that song you just sang wasn't copyrighted, or else I've got new questions.
It wasn't.
It wasn't
I just
yet.
It up, so I hope not. Yeah, it is now. I copyright
between this recording session and when it airs in the year 2075.
Yeah, I declare that song is the intellectual property of Highway 47 Productions Incorporated, because by the time it matters, we'll be a publicly traded corporation with billions of shareholders, and I'll be rich and famous and cool, and people will like me.
I too have fantasies.
My hair will come back in, and I'll be able to find a bicycle for sale. Every bicycle on planet Earth is sold out.
That is freaking weird.
There are pawn shops in the area where I live that usually have dozens of bicycles sitting outside during the day when they're open.
Hi.
None sitting outside this week. Hey, I went to a Walmart on Wednesday. And it's now Friday, the 8th of May right now, 2020. I went to Walmart on Wednesday. They had one men's adult bike in stock. Period.
This is just striking me as super weird.
Yeah, there are no bicycles for sale anywhere. I can only conclude that God does not want me on a bicycle.
Now, this is putting more credence to the theory that it's all of this corona stuff is a hoax of the aliens that are trying to fatten us up to consume us. Did not expect that to be
Earthling.
Silencing the room weird.
Well, I mean, I hadn't considered it. I'll give you that.
Hey, are we ready to get this started?
I suppose we are. And we are, since this is 4-drink minimum, we are each going to have a couple of drinks.
Yes.
Ideally about 4. And would you like to explain what you are drinking? Because that's now a feature of the show, I've decided.
Tonight I am drinking Red Bridge gluten-free sorghum beer. Because
by Budweiser.
I can't have the gluten.
And Red Bridge isn't bad. I mean, compared to regular Budweiser, it's, it tastes a little better, I think. So, you got the good end of the stick, at least, at Budweiser level beers.
It's not necessarily my favorite gluten-free beer, but it's easy to get. And
I mean, Budweiser isn't my favorite regular beer, but, But yeah, it's easy to get. It's good stuff. Vomit, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Mountain Dew Frostbite, which is a weird scene on it with an ice-covered lake and a shark coming out of the ice, mixed with everyone's favorite friend, Everclear, and my own tears later.
Well, that's what Everclear's for.
Skip right to the end.
Absolutely. I had family visit me this week, which I know is a no-no for the coronavirus, but let me qualify that by saying that I had already been around that part of my family because I had to travel to them because my mother was in the hospital for 2 weeks and I needed to be there, as you all would if your mother was in the hospital for 2 weeks. So f*** you for telling me not to go see my family. Internet. But anyway, so since I'd already been at their house a bunch, they had been sitting around stir crazy and they came back and hung out at my place. And they bought a bunch of beer, and they don't drink nearly as much as I do, and they left a whole bunch of beer behind. So I actually have 4 different beers, and they are all from a sampler of Oscar Blues Brewery. And I don't know what order I'm going to drink them in, but I have I have Mama's Little Yellow Pills, a Pilsner. I have 1E IPA. I have Goodnight Imperial Red IPA, and I have a Dale's Pale Ale, which I will hope to not spill and thus cause a Dale's Pale Ale fail.
Oh.
Do you hear those crickets?
Huh, this came through loud and clear for being a thing you added in post.
All right. That's amazing. I wonder why there was so much less background noise with those than there was with us talking. That's so weird. Like the whole world got quiet. So we are having some drinks and we're watching Godzilla, and that's what we're doing. So
just to clarify, we are all of age and we are drinking responsibly.
It is legitimately 10:15 on a Friday night. I'm in my pajamas. I have no need or reason to leave anywhere unless like my place catches fire, which definitely probably won't happen, I don't think.
Yeah, you did buy your neighbors a fire extinguisher after.
I did. Like they set their kitchen on fire, and I bought them a fire extinguisher, so we're covered. Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, we're being responsible. It's okay. And the final piece of things that we have to discuss is to let you all know that we're watching this from the DVD so that you can follow along. And this is a Sony release from whatever that label says.
Classic movie?
Yeah, Classic Media
Classic
from
Movie.
2002.
Right. So that's the edition that we're watching, the NTSC disc. And we're just going to load it up and then hit play. And when we count down to 0, you should also hit play, and then you can watch the movie with us.
See, what I did is I already hit play, but then I paused it.
That's
and
right.
I went back to the beginning and paused it again. Now I'm going to wait for you to tell me when it started.
That's right. And only you know how your DVD player works, people at home. If you can pop this in a computer and watch it on VLC, it's pretty simple. If you can't, I have nothing to tell you.
Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. Are we all ready?
Close enough.
I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready. All right, this is Godzilla versus Mothra versus The Thing versus VLC Media Player, who is currently winning the fight, and we are starting it together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun,
Sounds like the Star Trek thing, you know.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
Yeah? Huh. Toho Co.
I really like this theme song.
What's the name of the song?
It's a
Theme from Godzilla.
Theme from Godzilla versus Mothra, I think.
Oh.
Oh no, it's even better. Main title.
Ooh.
Re-recording
Well,
Citra Sound Studio.
Well, it's like when people come up to, and they find out I'm a classical musician, like, oh, do you know Symphony No. 7? Like,
Can you be more specific?
number 7.
I know
Okay.
Symphony
Mahler
No. 7 and
7.
FU.
Yeah. I mean, Symphony No. 7 and F wouldn't even help.
Symphony No. 7, Allegro Scherzo
Okay, I really need a tent like that. That's that strong.
Can withstand half of a tsunami.
Man, they just don't make temporary outdoor party tents like they used to in the 60s. Everything was better back then.
Down.
Splish splash, I was taking a rampage through Tokyo.
I like to imagine there's just one guy in those boats going, "Oh shit!"
Oh no, shitty! Jet-powered barge, yeah! G.
I really want the General Lee to like drive through there. You know, with the
I want
horn.
the General Lee to fly over there. Except those stupid Dixie horns, like, don't do the rhythm right, and that's always bothered me.
Saying, fuck you, bitch.
Banana cream blouse with a tweed jacket. Nothing says news reporter like that.
That's I'm gonna make like that's your rap song now.
Hurricane Abe.
Aren't they Japan? Hurricanes don't hit Japan.
They do in dubs.
Typhoons do. There's our title page.
Slide.
Yeah. Story was a lie.
Cake was a lie.
Dim boots, though.
So he's saying, like, all this destruction is fake news.
He's saying that the news report that it wasn't going to be cleaned up on the schedule that he promised was inaccurate.
Well, he would know. He promised it. It's a sludge sombrero. All right. Dale's Pale Ale, Mama's Little Yellow Pills, or whatever the hell
the other one is. Oh, well, he's got hand cancer now.
Oh.
Maybe he's going to turn into, like, Japan's version of Spider-Man.
He's going to turn into Jet Jaguar.
You mean Godzilla?
Is Jet Jaguar that robot thingy?
Yes.
Totally is.
Oh, perfect.
And if we want to talk about Japan's version of Spider-Man, I got to dig up the series for you guys.
Oh, that's a pale ale.
Monster egg.
Pale ale?
Monster egg.
Monster egg?
Is that the thing?
No, that's an egg.
I stand corrected. Everybody keeps their hats at the bottom of their suitcases. Jeez. I don't want to go.
What about you? Why don't you like get in a boat, and go with them?
Someone has to stand on the shore and look angry. Yep, still there. Gigantic egg.
Wow, that is like really like nicely decorated. I want to invite the midget twins to my next Easter party. Like they're really good at egg decorating.
Yeah.
Oh no! In the red news.
Okay.
It's a big one.
I wonder how big the chicken was that laid that.
You'd be surprised.
Wonder why the chicken that laid that thing looks like a moth.
It's a chicken moth.
Scientists think they're so smart. They came to a thing that's 20 stories tall and they brought a microscope to look at it. I mean, duh. Sheeple, wake up. Okay, so what we're learning from this movie is don't trust anybody with a Hitler mustache, as if we needed to be taught that.
It's like $940.
I mean, oh, well, there you go. 940,000 eggs, okay. And then the 38 was sales tax.
Yeah.
So $940. So that's about the price of like a mid-range car in 1964, I guess. So yeah, okay.
Yeah. The scientists.
I can tell you're a photographer by your photographer's hat.
Draw like butts on.
So there's a whole bunch of men who have not realized that you can take photographs and publish them.
Oh, look, he's participating in the 4-drink minimum, too.
Yeah, he is. So Mothra is really about feminism, really, is what we're getting at, right?
Feminism and the earth and shit.
Well, from what I'm told, those are one and the same thing.
Oh, the authorities.
You know, one of these days, we should all like get together in like expensive 3-piece suits and drink whiskey in like an office and just see how cool
I don't have my
feel.
office anymore.
I am totally in what is now my office by default.
Me too, but mine has a mattress up against the wall right now.
Mine did yesterday.
Well, I didn't want to like take the mattress like completely out just in case. Like, this is where you sleep when you come over here.
Yeah. I'm going to sleep in a 3-piece suit with a glass of whiskey
As
next
it
time I'm
should.
there.
Can I wear my orange suit? His company's named Happy Enterprises.
I mean, they'll never have a happier fucking Easter than once they've got that egg, so they might as well be. It's like $1 million.
Aren't you even a little bit concerned with what's going to hatch out of that egg?
That's capitalism doesn't worry about later. I keep joking about things and realizing that they're actually like serious thematic points of the movie. Quick, dart aimlessly around the room.
The cash drawer.
It's at least $1 billion.
Are you to say that you laid that?
I'll hide behind the coaster. They'll never know.
Yeah. So question 1. How did they lay an egg that
Question
big?
1.
Question 2. How did they lay the same egg together?
Well, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, but are also 2 tiny lesbian fairies.
Don't they remember like what happened last time people captured those girls?
No, nobody remembers that.
Oh.
Their heads look like meringues on like a really nice like dessert pastry.
Leave us alone. It's a private moment. That does not make it look less like they were doing something they shouldn't have been.
Business doesn't care about what they should and shouldn't do.
Umawara?
What?
Bum, bum, bing, bum, bing, bum,
Yeah, I like this theme.
bum. Yeah. We used to be 8 feet tall. Moldra.
Mothra.
Moldra. Speaking of ugly and unbearable.
Hold on.
Yep. You got something uglier and more unbearable for us?
No, I was opening another beer. Brought to you by Redbridge.
Edit that out unless we get a sponsorship deal for Budweiser.
Budweiser, please sponsor us.
Yes.
Budweiser, edit that out.
Is that another egg?
That's another egg.
It's the same egg.
That's why. See, there's two of them. You know, one for each girl.
Okay. And Mothra hatches when the eggs merge into one. Because I don't understand any other way that it would work.
You know, moths don't hatch out of eggs.
Moths also aren't the size of buildings.
So on Mothra Island, they pray to their god Mothra, and the egg belongs to Mothra.
Dude, I really want to hang out on Mothra Island.
Is this just reshot scenes from Mothra the movie, or did they redo it?
Take the egg back. Well, they've invested like $900 in it.
That's like 900 eggs.
We're not that deep into the coronavirus. Eggs aren't $1 each yet.
I'm seriously considering buying a chicken.
It'd be a lot better for you than for me.
Oh.
Holy shit, it's the thing!
Oh, hey. Well, looks like you're out $900.
It's the thing.
Thing looks a lot like Mothra.
How about that?
Not the egg is the thing. Mothra is Mothra.
No, what?
And
That's why
Godzilla is Gigantis.
Gigantis. No, Gigantis.
Yeah, that's the thing.
No.
Maybe that's why they called it the thing, because they couldn't decide how to pronounce it, whether it was Mothra or Mothra.
Mothra, Moldra, Vudra?
Suraya?
Mothra.
Masurai.
See, that's a third pronunciation. I don't even know what Mothra is anymore. Is it an egg? Is it a moth?
It's a giant moss.
Is it? That makes it even worse.
Please don't let your dick be in this box. Ah.
Could they breathe in there?
To the
Corn grass?
Can we solve this problem with a rectangle? I know how to deal with them. Put them in a bird cage. Worked last time.
What do you mean last time?
Yeah, that's how. That's about as much respect for women as they've had so far. Okay, fair enough.
That's like $2,000.
That's like 2,000 eggs. 4,000 eggs.
How much for the women?
How much for your daughter? I love how his voice actor is clearly 40 years older than he is. Oh, we're still sad in a box. Well, get the machine guns.
Have you seen two?
I'll check the box that they aren't in.
Has anyone around here seen two tiny women?
It's Japan. There are millions of them. No, like really tiny. Yeah, it's Japan. No, God. A dark forest.
Ooh.
You're dead. See you later.
We must go. Our planet needs us.
Bum, 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 bum. Sin.
It's a nice model.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually.
Oh no, the economy.
Well,
And
come
you
back
did sign the
tomorrow.
contract. On the other hand, fuck this guy, he's a scoundrel. Three numbers. Mr. Huda, what's his room? What are they doing? Is that like an iodine bottle?
Keep drinking your iodine, honey.
Oh no, it's more whiskey. It's more whiskey. Okay. He looked like he was in a neck brace and drinking while she was opening like a bottle of some sort of tincture, and I was like, "The fuck are they doing?"
Everybody gets off on their own thing, man.
Fair enough. I just, I wasn't prepared.
Moldra?
Mm. Ah. Ah. We need naked women.
Little naked women.
Like 3-inch tall naked women.
Oh,
Look, they're more than 3 inches. They're like a foot.
they can pose with the model of Tokyo that we live in.
Yes.
I've got my evil overlord trench coat on.
I still don't quite understand why they're trying to hatch the egg.
To tame
How do they know it's
the
fertilized?
giant rabbit that lives inside of it.
Yes. Well, we know it floats, so it is hard boiled. Finish eating that egg. Okay.
In this window specifically.
Morning, Xenon.
It tickles.
What?
Boom.
I've never seen a man without a suit jacket on before. Oh, you look so
Dumb.
so. They know how to decontaminate people with purple fog from being like literally radioactive, but they don't know what's in the box.
It says really weird things when you put a microphone next to it.
That's because it's on the thing. Ooh, oh, that is a cool old Dodge. That's not an answer to that question. What's in the ground? My name is Steve. What?
2 alligators.
No soap radio.
Uh-oh.
Mother Earth farts.
Sometimes eggs do that a little bit when you fry them. It's just the heat may be a little bit too high. You may want to flip it over. Whoa! Eggs don't do that when you fry them.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So, was that like Godzilla poop?
I think so. I'm here, f***ers.
I'm in color.
Is this the first time he's been in color?
No, the one we didn't have in between this and the last one was in color. This is the second time he's been in color.
Emergency. So I don't know if you know this, in Japan, they do have like public announcement systems like this all over.
Oh, I believe it.
Like even like in the suburban neighborhoods, there'll be like a system around noon. They play music.
And first college I went to had that. It was like one of those fake Carillon bell things that, like, you know, was just like synthesized through a speaker that they turned the gain way up too high on, so it was clipping really badly and it sounded terrible. But like,
color did not do him any good.
Didn't. Well, it did in this shot. Although I can kind of see the seams in the front of his suit.
Yeah, we're watching this on a better resolution than the theaters had back then.
True.
I'm cranky when I get up in the morning, too.
I'm cranky when I wake up buried in the morning.
Hitler and his dump trucks driving across my bed. Damn right I'd fire breath Tokyo. What sensible man wouldn't?
Uh,
Bum, bum, bum. All right, time to open one of Dave's pale ales. Dale's pale ales. I'll open the one that's not as cold.
Meanwhile, in America, this Godzilla is fake news.
Yeah. It wouldn't have even made headlines.
And then next, well, Godzilla is coming, but he's not going to be as bad.
Yeah.
Well, we can see how bad he was actually going to be.
We've already beaten Godzilla. Do you see Godzilla outside? No. That means we won. Oh, he tripped over the tower.
Japan sent us Godzilla on purpose.
Oh man, Godzilla's drunk still. Should let him sleep longer. Like he tripped over a tower and then it fell on him.
Do you often wake up on a sandy beach not hungover?
You raise a fair point. God, he's tripping over everything. The house didn't trip you. Man, you're like... Have some coffee, dude. You're drunk.
And just like that, he's left Tokyo.
Property before lives. That's the American way, man.
Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Prepare to attack.
Prepare to attack.
Ready for
Prepare to
firing.
attack.
Ready for firing.
No, it's radioactivity again in this movie, not fire.
We missed.
These are the most destructive U.S. missiles they have. Let's fire 80 of them.
Sure, he's clumsy enough to trip over a sidewalk, but these aren't even phasing him, huh? Guess he's sobered up.
Be fair, they're not really hitting him. They're just hitting around
Oh
him.
no, the land.
True. Oh God! Oh shit! Oh! Twisted my ankle.
Jesus! Jesus!
Eh. Well, we're going to put up a fence.
So Godzilla can defense it?
Yes. It's the plan of defense.
Oh.
Oh.
With the fence.
No. I had an egg.
I want an egg now.
Me too. Taking a big swig of beer when he said that. I couldn't. I was too hungry. I needed to get more eggs. Dude's gonna have a heart attack when he's like 35. Bum 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 bum.
Oh yeah, that egg's still here.
I'm telling you, Mothra is not the thing. The egg is the thing.
Get me, little girls.
Wait. Let me rephrase that. What? I was thinking about little girls.
Ooh.
Okay, so mustache guy looks a lot like Skrodrick's dad. Every time I'm on screen, it's like, oh, it's Mr. Skrodrick Senior.
Mr. Skrodrick Senior.
Yeah,
Japanese reporter.
he's not swearing nearly enough.
Can you bleep out his words in post?
Yeah. No, because people are watching the movie on their own from their own copy of the DVD.
Can you bleep out their DVD in post?
No.
I
Wait.
Yeah.
So they got in a little inflatable raft.
That is the skeleton turtle.
It's with the
They got onto Mario's island?
Hang on, wait a minute. That's a turtle skeleton and it's alive.
Haven't you ever played Super Mario Brothers 3?
You raise a good point.
If you jump on it, it'll crash, but it'll come back after a few moments.
That's a good point. Don't stand next to that other one.
It's going to be a ghost flying while you're not looking.
See?
One of them's going to throw a hammer.
They did just row across the ocean. Like rowing across the ocean?
You must be baptized in ketchup.
Kneel to the Burger King. When my belly starts rumbling, I'm a Johnson.
You must prostrate to Ronald McDonald.
Bob your head.
No, it is Burger King.
We are one nation of chicken fries. I had my violin with me when I went to visit my mom. And I started playing, like fiddle tunes. And I just kind of transitioned into the tender crisp bacon cheddar ranch. And one person in the room got it and was trying to stifle their laughter. And everybody's like, "Oh, that's a cool tune." I'm like, "Yeah, it's just a little folk tune."
Consume the ketchup. It's barbecue sauce.
Thousand Island. I don't usually dip my fries. I don't usually. Oh my God, ranch is amazing. Why don't we have this in Japan?
Ranch dressing.
Raises a fair point. They're all good points.
I like the ones there just wearing flannel dresses.
Yeah. Whoa. They took some singing lessons since the first movie. Well, now it's time for some of Mama's Little Yellow Pills. Which is literally the name of the beer. Not an illegal drug.
I thought that's what you're calling the fairies.
No, I'm just... I finished my beer.
Oh, look, it's Mama's Little Yellow Pills.
Want to make a joke about swallowing them because I'd feel bad. These are the most sympathetic characters in any movie, these two women. I can't think of hardly any movies where I have been keep them safe. They're awesome. I watched Inception the other day, and everybody in that movie could have died, and I wouldn't have cared. I mean, it was a good movie, but the characters didn't matter.
See it? It's fucking green.
Except for right there. Well, presumably they would have telepathy if they could speak in unison all the time.
No, fuck you.
Maybe the only other woman in this whole thing has an idea. Hashtag not all Japanese.
Shit.
Never thought of that. Oh. Uh-oh. All hell's about to break loose. It's like more hardcore wing patterns than Mothra used to have.
Yeah, Mothra continually gets more hardcore as they, improve the ability to make models.
And they improve their singing skills.
I really hope this isn't the last time we see those girls.
They're legitimately my favorite characters in any of these movies so far.
Oh, wait till you meet Jet Jaguar.
No, I've met Jet Jaguar.
Oh.
I've seen that one. I like them better. Jet Jaguar is hilarious, but these two were Circle of Moth.
And it's 60 feet tall.
Hatches from an Easter egg.
And tries to murder us all.
but only because we bombed ourselves.
I mean, that seems fair.
If only we respected the women in our lives, maybe we'd be spared. That song is copyrighted 2020 by Highway 47 Productions Incorporated, which reserves all rights to the fact that you can use it however the hell you want, and we don't care.
I want covers of that song.
I was going to do a double bass recording today, and I didn't. Not of that, but I was going to record some stuff on the bass, and I forgot to do it.
Got a ukulele here.
That's
really
like a bass.
Dude, they make ukulele-sized bass guitars. They're called U-basses, and they are awesome.
I kind of want one now.
They are really cool. They sound awful unless you amplify them, because they have no sustain, which you would expect from not being big enough to be a bass.
Huh.
But they're actually really cool, and they're a lot easier to play than an actual bass guitar, because they're not nearly as big, and the strings are really low tension.
I
so
like
they
to
can be
imagine
low,
that your guys' conversation is happening inside one of those tanks.
Yeah, if we were
Fire,
driving
Steve!
a tank.
Yeah, God damn it, why don't you fire? Oh, sorry.
I'm really caught up on this U-bass
Yeah,
thing.
but bro, you can use 3mm fucking nylon strings, man. It's fucking cool. It's shit. Fire again! Oh, sorry. Yeah, that would totally happen if we were driving a tank to attack Godzilla. You ever seen a bass harmonica? No. Oh, dude.
Did I tell you I bought a set of harmonicas?
Yes. Also, I was really concerned about that guy running with the miniature women box, bouncing them around.
Eating egg.
Dude, he's seriously gonna die. You can't eat that many eggs. If I have more than 2 eggs in an omelet, I'm maybe this is too many eggs for a day. And I like eggs a lot.
Man, I do 3 egg omelets.
I know, right? 3 eggs is most people eat 3 eggs, but I'm maybe I should only have 2.
You've had my omelets.
I have, I know. And I'm not saying okay, I'm not saying I won't ever eat a 3 egg omelet. I'm saying that on a day-to-day basis, if every day I make 3 or 4 eggs for myself, I'm I'm eating too many eggs and I shouldn't eat that many eggs. So I only eat 1 or 2 eggs on most days.
They're fighting again.
I didn't notice because I was arguing with you about eggs.
They also were arguing about eggs.
They're gonna start making out. Ow.
Oh, my ketchup!
No.
And the ranch dressing.
Which dollar bills do I want? Oh, I'm only wearing 4 jackets. How can I hide all this? Oh, wait.
That's more than...
I'm covered in Arby's sauce. Beef and cheddar.
Horsey sauce. Oh, wait, that's bad.
Whoa! That's right, Godzilla's in this movie. Oh.
That'll take him.
That's still happening.
I suppose there's a bit of Pascal's wager here, right? Like, you're probably going to die, and the building's probably going to get smashed. But if you do survive and you happen to have a pile of cash with you, you're better off than if you don't. And I own a plant like that one. And Vomit, I gave you a plant like that one once.
It lived for a few years.
The one in the forest. I know, I remember because you watered it based on whether or not it was drooping enough to block your view of the computer screen.
Kind of like the building is drooping on this guy's head.
You should water it.
He's still dead. So he doesn't lose any more than he would have lost if he hadn't grabbed the money.
Yeah, but he can afford to get on the luxury boat on the River Styx.
Exactly. You suppose the boat on the River Styx plays music by Styx? Because if so, that's worth a couple of gold coins, you know? Oh man, his eyebrows are yellow now.
How do you know they weren't before?
Egg.
Because they didn't look yellow.
Egg. I want an omelet.
Need to find giant
Still
pig
drunk.
for ham. He has more trouble with a greenhouse than he has with a normal building. Egg. Egg.
It's Mothra.
Help me, violent savior.
Egg.
His eyes are rolling back and he's really drunk.
Egg. No egg. But egg.
Good, we're safe over here, 10 feet away. Only one of them's wearing a hard hat.
She's wearing a soft hat.
Yeah, that'll help. Can you put us back in the box now, please? Hey, you created big fucking moth. I would fight you.
Is that Godzilla's voice?
Yeah, he's drunk. I had to pretend to be more drunk than I am in order to show how drunk he is.
I've never seen a moth fight, but I guess that's how they would do it.
By destroying a building next to the guy they're trying to hurt.
There she goes. There she goes, that egg.
Get him, Mothra.
Roasted by a laser breath. Blasted by a drunk guy.
Bite that tail.
What the f***? Ah, no!
I don't remember
I found the
Mothra
thing.
being like that, you know.
Mothra OP.
Well,
Please nerf.
Mothra wasn't trying to protect its egg before. What? What?
I don't understand what's going on over there.
They need more cutscenes and lens flares.
More Chris Pine running through a hallway.
So if this is Mothra when like she's about to die, like, so is like Prime Mothra like really badass?
No, Mothra is just always about to die. That's almost a reliable theme of a movie that Mothra's in.
Do you guys know what Luna moths are? Like the actual bug?
Vaguely.
No.
Okay. So they're like 6 inches across, right? They're gigantic green moths. I learned about them when I lived in the South, and I went to go get in my car, and one of them was sitting on top of the door. And I just kind of absentmindedly walked up to the car and grabbed the handle and turned toward it, and there was this like 6-inch long moth right there. And I like freaked out and jumped away, and then I was like, "What is that?" And I looked it up. So they have this really long larval stage, where they're caterpillars and they do a bunch of stuff for like the better part of a year.
Okay.
And then, they go into the pupa thing and the cocoon, and then that's like, months. And they emerge as these awesome, gigantic adult moths with no mouth.
Ugh.
So they all starve to death within a week once they get to that stage. Like they're this huge, amazing, really cool creature that is just starving to death and trying to mate in the short amount of time it has before it
I want you guys to compare the size of Mothra to the egg it laid.
Oh boy. I mean, it's better than assuming that the tiny little miniature girls laid it.
But I'm pretty sure I understand why Mothra's dying.
That's true. Because it clearly has a mouth. And a golf ball for eyes. A question that has plagued mankind for decades.
Well, that happened.
Yeah.
Seductively walks towards egg.
That was a very Ric Flair style walk. Woo!
And just like any plan? Or plan A?
No, a plan.
Any plan?
A plan.
Okay.
Any plan.
Just pick a plan.
Just choose your favorite plan.
All plans attack.
Yes.
Okay, it's 1964.
Yes. Yeah, they wouldn't have had like supersonic jets yet, would they?
No, they probably.
Pew, 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 pew.
Like they definitely wouldn't have had like F4s. A good thing we soaked this ground with gasoline before we started bombing.
This is fine.
Let's try artillery. It's never worked before, but let's try it.
So this is the fourth time Godzilla's attacked Tokyo?
They didn't specify whether it was Tokyo this time.
It wasn't Tokyo in the third movie either.
Oh,
So where is Mothra Island in relation to Tokyo? That's the real question. Because this could be like any other city too. Oh man, Godzilla's on fire. Why am I made of rubber? That's how this works. Mousetraps. Good thing we had a bunch of huge Tesla coils right here.
they did talk about this plan.
Did they?
Yeah,
The Tesla coil plan?
yeah, the electric
How did
fence.
Oh. How did I miss that? Oh yeah, beer.
They spent.
By the way, for our viewers at home, drink number 1 got ate up by technical troubles, so this is now 5 drink minimum tonight. But normal 4 drink minimum will reserve later. But I'm just now starting drink 5, so. For you viewers at home, I say as though there are going to be viewers somewhere else.
You viewers on the road, ignore all of that. You're not allowed to drink. Also,
Oh, they have an egg hatching song.
If I hatch the egg with a song, it'll work.
I really want to go to that island.
I legit want to go hang out on Mothra Island. I'd be like, hey, I like eggs, and I want to eat it.
But not too many.
it's just 2.
It's like a couple of eggs. You don't need that many eggs, you know? Just a couple of eggs. You know, have some toast or like some vegetable juice. I'm just saying, you know? Don't eat only eggs.
I had eggs and sausage this morning.
There you go. That's better than just eggs. One guy's prepared. Random hazmat suit guy.
The real hero of the story is random hazmat suit guy.
He's like, he's wearing his PPE.
He is. Oh. Well, the rest of it got intercepted by the federal government and couldn't get delivered in time. It's pretty ballsy to write like just a unaccompanied timpani solo for a soundtrack here.
It has the bass.
Is that a DC-3 dropping bombs?
It does look very early commercial aircraft-ish.
I guess the military version was a C-47,
Would make sense.
but that was a transport. So technically, a bomber
64.
version.
They would have had B-52, like America would have had B-52s by 64, right? Oh, hey. Those are,
Chinooks.
yeah. Whereas my stepdad, who was in Vietnam for 2 tours, calls them shit hooks. Because they'll, pick up anything you need them to.
What the heck?
Oh no, a tiny net! And a Tesla coil!
My 2 weaknesses. Things and other things. It's working! More nets!
We figured out that Godzilla is invincible against multiple large threats and multiple small threats. But his weakness is 1 small threat and 1 large threat.
3 nets.
3 nets. And 2 Tesla coils. Alright. It worked! Okay. So, we need to get Skrodrick and drop 3 nets on him and then zap him with 2 Tesla coils and see if he can stand up.
Can we just use a net and like a taser?
No, we need 3 nets.
3 nets and 2 tasers.
2 tasers. And then see if he can stand to prove this. Yeah.
Yeah.
400 kilovolts.
1.21 gigawatts.
The crazy Persian guy on YouTube who talks about electricity. See, it was too much voltage. But what I've learned from him is that with a Tesla coil, it's not so much the voltage as it is the frequency. Like the wavelength, you know? Which is the inverse of frequency. Or the reciprocal.
I hope you guys weren't on any of those tanks.
Oh man, my U-base strings are melting. What of children?
I'm still looking for those little girls.
Think of the children. Can I speak to your manager? Oh, wait. What the is this guy? What?
Sup?
I remember this village from the last time it got smashed.
Now it's getting smashed in color.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum,
Bell guys.
I will do my duty to the end. Hatch already. We've been singing for 3 days now.
I think we're flat. If we were in tune, you'd hatch. What's the resonant frequency of an egg? I don't remember at all. If we only had perfect pitch, we could fix the shit now. Oh, okay, we're good. Bum 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 bum. The best thing about every Godzilla movie is that the characters don't really influence the plot in any way.
It's like, we have this story and we don't know how to end it, so just smash it with Godzilla.
They're specifically only there to react to the plot.
And a little bit of exposition.
It's things.
It's the things.
They have to remind you that there's like a moral point. Like, man, we should really take care of the planet better. Oh, hey, there's a monster.
That was just...
I think the whole point of all the Godzilla movies were nukes are bad.
Jeepus Ex Machina. It's like 12 children and one teacher, but, close enough.
Did he build, like, the buildings with Lincoln logs?
I don't think Lincoln Logs made it to Japan. But yes.
This is where we refrain from making the joke about how the only reason they didn't sell them in Japan is they couldn't pronounce the name of them. Right? This is where we don't say that.
Lincoln Logs.
Am I right? No. I blame you, Vomit.
Yeah, sure. Blame the vomit.
Yeah. Yeah, blame the guy who said the thing that I, yeah. Masura Larver... Masura...
Ravery. Cadbury.
Masura Ravery.
Are we just talking about more egg stuff?
No, I'm trying to say Mothra larvae.
Look at those beautiful blue eyes.
Get him, guys.
Not that one. That one's just like, nope. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna bite him.
You up, Godzilla?
So, is Mothra asexual?
Is Godzilla asexual? Are they hermaphroditic? I mean, they're their patron saints are lesbian twins, so, is sexuality even like a hard and fast rule for any of these things?
I
mean, heteronormativity is a social construct, man. You and your, cisgender norms and your puritanical bullshit, dude. What the hell, man? Godzilla's, way past that. Dude.
Yeah, but just go in this cave where all these kids aren't.
I'm just a worm.
Bite that tail.
Bite the tail. Bite the tail.
Come on. I know you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck?
God.
Oh, come on!
Godzilla panicking is one of the best things ever, filmed in a movie. Just Godzilla just losing his mind, what the hell is happening to me? How good it squeaks like Goku does when you squeeze him. Hey, Jim.
Glad I didn't bite that
you
tail.
Okay. Yeah.
Stick.
What? Oh God! Acid spray.
Oh, they're larvae.
Oh, okay. They can cocoon him. Yeah.
I can do that
Go back
too.
in the hole.
Chicka 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 chicka. Woo! Chicka 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 chicka. Chicka 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 chicka. Woo! Chicka chicka chicka. Chicka 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 chicka. Chicka 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 chicka.
I was like, this is the worst day ever. First, I get blown off of my island by a hurricane. Then I get buried in the mud. And a bunch of dicks drive over me.
Wake my ass up, still drunk with a dump truck.
Tripped over a house. Then I go to eat
It
breakfast.
looks like he's trying to raise the
a
roof
nice
there.
big egg breath.
Somebody built a damn Tesla coil next to my breakfast nook.
I got attacked by a giant moth.
Now these piss ants are coating me in jizz. I guess.
Did he just kill one, straight up kill one of
No, he
those?
deflated a mountain.
Oh.
In the only direction. Straight ahead.
On the left. No, the left.
In the part of the cave that's artificially lit. Wait, what? Oh, good. He still got his pocket square.
Ooh.
Oh.
And there goes another mountain.
Are they gonna have enough web juice left to spin their own cocoons?
Nope, I'm out. See you later. Cat fight just happened right behind me. It
Yeah.
scared the feces out of me.
I heard it loud and clear, man. For you viewers at home, Vomit has actual animal cats in his house. He didn't mean girls. Good, he'll drown.
Ah, yes. This aquatic lizard will drown.
Yes.
Ah, it was taco
You
night.
guys, I'm going home.
Well, we can't see it, so it's not a problem anymore. Hurrah! Hurrah!
Hooray!
Now let us reflect guiltily upon the damage we've done to our Earth.
Farewell,
okay.
worms!
Sorry, it's a Mothra movie. Let's be happy that they were there and not sad about what we've done to cause problems like a Godzilla movie would be. Okay. And it's over!
And it's over. Thoughts?
I mean, I actually was less bored than I was at some of the other movies.
Well, like, legitimately, like, a lot went on there that was, like, you know, it held your attention.
This, I would say, so far the best one we watched was the very first one.
Actually, yeah, it was the best overall, like, constructed movie. And I think it's lending more credence to that idea that I think I voiced with one of these, where the franchise cannot be established if the first installment of the franchise isn't an exceptionally good film. Like, the first Godzilla movie has to be a really good movie in order for the rest of the franchise to endure. The first Star Wars movie had to be a really exceptionally good movie for them to be making Star Wars movies after that, and so forth. Like, you know, as compared to something like The Matrix, where the first Matrix movie is a notably good movie, but it may have been, like, I can't think of another movie from 1999 that was any better just off the top of my head. I don't know if you guys can. But so in my mind, it sticks out as the best movie of that year. But, like, The Matrix isn't still going. Where, you know, you'd say, oh, is The Matrix good? Oh, yeah, it's a good movie. You would say, is Star Wars good? You would say, yeah, it's amazing. Is the first Godzilla good? Yeah, it's really good and innovative and, like, really interesting and notable. And so it's still kind of building on the momentum of that first movie. This one, I think, comes the closest to that, but isn't anywhere near as good.
I see where you're coming from. It's from here that things will kind of shift in the Godzilla tone for a while. For a long while.
I mean, to like booty shorts on little children and magic robots.
Yeah,
right?
we're about there. It's definitely approaching
the
age of kids like this. We'll make it for kids.
Well, there's more beer in the world, so we'll be okay.
It's like this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more movies.
This number keeps getting bigger.
And then they're like, oh wait, Godzilla needs to be bad. And they cut it back.
Yeah, I remember there's a shift where, like, Godzilla's the good guy for a while.
The next movie, I think it is, he's kind of an anti-hero, and then after that, he just goes straight up good guy until 1975. Well, 1984, I guess.
See, I saw some of these where they had different titles than what they are, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, all of these got released under like 3 different titles.
Godzilla versus The Thing versus VLC Media Player.
And they really called
Versus
it 1964. They didn't even have computers that could process movies, but they still knew what VLC Media Player was going to be.
That was the American release.
Yeah.
If you are at home watching a DVD that actually says Godzilla versus Mothra versus VLC Media Player, post a message in the comments and tell us where we can buy one of those. Because what?
And email your crockpot recipes to harrypottercrockpotrecipes.com. Wait.
At gmail.com.
I was waiting for you to finish it to be like, dude, you've learned so much and figured out what we do so well, and then you up the email address.
I just don't.
It's next one.
Yeah, I'll find a new way to screw it up next time.
Don't send anything to vomit@gmail.com because I don't think you have that email address.
Actually, go ahead and email vomit@gmail.com and then let us know who has that address, because I imagine whoever thought to register that like 20 years ago, or 15 years ago, was like probably pretty clever. And send nudes to scrodrick@gmail.com because it's tradition that we say that, even though I think he's seeing somebody now, but we probably should edit that out.
Send tasteful nudes to scrodrick@gmail.com.
Send the type of nudes that would be acceptable to show to the Amish to scrodrick@gmail.com.
Send ankle shots to scrodrick@gmail.com.
Send a picture of your sock drawer to scrodrick@gmail.com. And then let his imagination do the work.
Send an MS Paint drawing of what you think Scrodrick is going to imagine and email that to highway47productions@gmail.com. Put Scrodrick at work in the subject line so we can organize all of these, and we'll make a video with the one or two we actually get later.
That's the email address I check. Thank you.
Send.
Well, we hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, I was going to make the joke worse. Just move away.
Okay. I don't have anything else to say. Do you guys have anything more to say?
Nope. I gotta.
You gotta.
I gotta get rid of these the drinks. I gotta evacuate them.
Gotta get rid of these nuts.
Sure.
Yeah.
Four drink minimum became 5 drink minimum tonight, incidentally, because we had tech problems.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the Godzilla movie that we watched and everything, whatever the title was, and have a good night and things.
Gigantis versus the Thing.
Gigantis versus the Thing at VLCmediaplayer.com. Good night.
A rolling Godzilla gathers no Mothra at gmail.com. Good night, everybody.